The 85% increase in England over the last 10 years is only part of the story and claim that many more people go undiagnosed. The Conservatives say the figures support their case for the drug to be reclassified. Our health correspondent Jane Hughes reports.
It's used by more people than any other illegal drug, and yet the link between cannabis and psychosis is increasingly hard to ignore. Cannabis-related admissions to mental health hospitals are rising sharply. There were almost 1,000 last year. But some experts think the problem's even worse and say parents should be aware teenagers are at greatest risk.
If your 15-year-old is smoking daily cannabis, then I would think there's about a 1 in 10 chance that they will have developed a psychosis by the time they're 25.
Scientists here at the Institute of Psychiatry have been studying the effects of the active ingredient of cannabis, THC. This is it. Back in the 60s and 70s, there was about 2 or 3% concentrate of this in cannabis. Now it's very much stronger, occasionally up to 18 or 20% concentrate. And the real concern is that those far stronger varieties are far more widely available to young people. People like Jason Pegler, who believes cannabis triggered his manic depression. He's now recovered and uses his music and writing to warn others of the risks.
It made me more withdrawn, and sometimes when you take it, you become paranoid, and that paranoia is the first steps towards mania, which is a horrific experience which you wouldn't want anyone to experience.
Cannabis was downgraded to a Class C drug 3 years ago. There are now growing calls for it to be reclassified.
This causes harm. It is illegal. The classification should reflect the harm that it does. Therefore, classification as a Class B drug is a more appropriate classification for a drug of this kind.